welcome to Mildly Spiraling. I'm your host, Tracy. Happy to have you here.
Hello and welcome to Season 3, Episode 2. Hi, welcome. I'm your host, Tracy. I'm happy to have you here. Holy moly, so many of you tuned in to Episode 1 of this season. Thank you so much if you tuned in. I'm so grateful. If you're watching the video right now, I cannot, my hair is just like, what am I doing? What is it? What's happening with it right now? I don't know. I go between being a hair tucked behind the ear girly with a little strand out and then fully not tucked. And I don't know which girl I am today, figuring it out still. So I have gone with fully untucked. If you're watching the video, you know. All right. I wanted to give an update. Both girls are good. Both Lav and Sav are good. I basically, like, Savannah's whole life, she's had kind of like gastro issues, stomach issues. So our vet recommended that she get a ultrasound so we can just like make sure it's nothing like super major. So we are doing that this month. Add it to the list of things going on, I guess. But we signed up for pumpkin pet insurance, and I'm going to see how it goes. I'll let you know how it goes, because honestly, I was always so nervous about pet insurance, because I was like, I don't know if they're going to cover anything. Like, I don't know, like, if we just get it and we're paying $60 a month, and they, like, or say no to everything, and then we're just paying for this other thing. So we'll see how it goes. I'll let you know. I'll let you know if it's a love or a spiral. I'm hoping it's a love, and I'm hoping they, like, will cover the ultrasound and GI blood panel, because it's not a pre-existing condition, and after we meet the deductible and all that great stuff. Oh my god, I love dealing with insurance for pets and humans. It's so fun. I'm kidding, obviously. So I think the last episode I had just started estrogen patching. I did estrogen patch for 3 days, literally got my period. That always every single time I do estrogen priming, I get my period so early. So that happened again. And they basically had me come in, keep estrogen priming until then. I got cleared to start. So I am actually speaking to you on day 5 of IVF stims. I'm fully on in the stim journey. And I'm like, today I was like, why am I so tired? I'm like, oh yeah, because first of all, I had to get up at 6 a.m. On a Saturday. And then second of all, because I am deep into that fall stim and menopause life. So I've been doing that. So far so good. I had my first like blood work done, and I'm staying on the same dosage until Tuesday, until I go in for an ultrasound and blood work. So we'll see how that goes. I had 4 follicles. I literally it was like, I mean, I am nothing but consistent. Like, my body will do 4 and it will do no more. And I mean, hopefully it won't do less. Because I was honestly so nervous that my AMH was like plummeting, and I'm like, oh my god, we'll see, obviously, but I'm like, okay, at least it's consistent. And I like honestly started crying a little bit about it, because I was just like, my little body is trying so hard to do this for me, and I am very grateful for it in so many ways, because it's really hard when you're on IVF to become like totally disassociated from yourself, and also like not give your body enough credit for like what it's going through. And so honestly, I really had a moment of like just gratitude towards my body. Like seeing the 4 on my base and everything. I was just like, all right, let's go, guys. You know what to do. So that's what's going on right now. I wanted to give a little background. Because I don't, if you're a new listener, I just wanted to give you a background on my journey. I was always someone that thought I wanted kids, but a lot of things happened in my life where it was like I was just not in the position to freeze eggs or anything like that. And so I like almost like so after like I like as I started getting older, like after 35, I was like, no, I do want kids, because like between 30 and 35, I was like, oh, I don't know. Like, I'll be okay if I don't. And then I was just like, no, I do. And so I got my AMH tested about 2 years ago. And when I went into the doctor, she basically said, oh, like, I have my kids in my late 30s, early 40s. Like, you'll be fine. Like, don't worry about it. Like, society puts pressure on people. Like, this is my OB-GYN here in New York. And I was like, I know, but I still want to get my AMH tested and, like, see. So I get my AMH back. It is 0.08, nearly undetectable, basically meaning I have very, very few eggs left for my age. It's very low for, at the time, a 37-year-old. It's very low for a 38-year-old, a 39-year-old. It would be probably more like someone 45 would have an AMH of that. So I have a very, very low egg count, severe diminished ovarian reserve. So she basically was like, couldn't tell me anything. She was like, you need to go to a fertility specialist. So I go to this, I've been with the same fertility specialist now for about 1.5 years. I did an egg retrieval. So I was scheduled to do an egg retrieval last November. It got canceled because I didn't estrogen prime before. He was like, let's try estrogen priming. I did an egg retrieval in December. I got 4 eggs. 2 were immature, 2 were mature. And one of the 4 they actually were able to mature the 2 that were immature with IVM. And I ended up getting 1 embryo. We did a fresh transfer, it didn't stick. Fast forward, I did an egg retrieval in April, estrogen primed March, egg retrieval April. I got 4 eggs, all mature, 3 fertilized. I did a double fresh embryo transfer, neither stuck. I did a frozen embryo transfer, it did not stick. So basically the plan now is to do 2 more egg retrievals, test any embryos that I'm able to make that make it to blastocyst with PGT testing to see if it's an issue with my embryos. So that's number 1. If my embryos all look normal, then I'm going to do some testing for endometriosis and blood clotting disorder. Endo seems less likely. I don't really have a lot of the symptoms of it, but you can have silent endo, and trust me, like so many people that have DOR have silent endo. And I'm also gonna see if I have a blood clotting disorder, because that does seem like it could be likely, but also with my age, I have very few eggs, and the quality is not that of, a 25-year-old spring chicken. So we will see, and that's the plan right now. I just want to give some background. I gave you a little bit of my story. People message me sometimes, and I see people with my AMH get 4 eggs. I see them get 5 eggs. I get them 6 eggs. Not usually more than that. 4 eggs is like really fucking good for someone with my AMH, honestly. So it's so funny. Like when I first went in, the nurse was like, my first day was, oh, you got 4. And I'm like, oh, good. I was like excited. And the person next to me was older than me and had gotten like 30 or something. And I'm like, whatever. Like, I'm just like, okay, good. And so people message me what supplements I do. I will be honest, I actually started 2 more supplements, but I'm just gonna, and this is not medical advice at all, but I had some people message me on TikTok randomly asking what supplements I did. And honestly, prenatal, I use the Ritual prenatal and a CoQ10 and an acai freeze-dried supplement. Now, I did add 2 additional ones prior to this retrieval that I've been taking for the last 3 or 4 months. An alpha lipid one and then NAC. So we'll see if that makes any difference. Honestly, I don't know. It makes me feel like I have a little more control over the situation, and in a situation where I literally don't have any control over it. So we shall see. Maybe adding those will just cancel out the 6 cigarettes that I smoked in the last 2 months. All right, so I want to give you that, like, just give some background because I talk about it a lot, but I know I have some new listeners, and I just want to make sure everyone was in the loop if you want to be. You can also fast forward through this part. Yeah, all right. Enough of that. What are my loves? What are my highlights? Honestly, I am loving. I saw this woman on Instagram, and she goes to all the New York Liberty games, the WNBA team here, and she has these purses she makes out of these freaking little mini basketballs, I'm assuming, because they're in that shape. They're fully bedazzled. They've got like the Liberty logo on. Like, they are fucking cute as hell. And I love them so much. And there are people that, like, I'm a big PWHL fan. So people like will get PWHL jerseys and they'll like bedazzle them, and they look so cool. And I am 30 years old. I have never bedazzled something in my entire life, but consider me influenced. I am about to order a bedazzle kit, and I think I'm going to bedazzle something. I don't know. I was like thinking about it, and I was like, okay, if I'm going to do a Sirens player, I'm doing Calty, I'm doing Colton Kova. I am going to spend $200 on her jersey, and then I'm probably spending $250 on bedazzle equipment. So I'm at $500, and I have to wear that thing all the time if I'm going to be spending that much on something. So I will be wearing it out and about. I will be wearing it for my egg retrievals. Don't even worry about it. But I love people that get really into things like that, like people that show up and like they're like making really cool things like the bedazzled purses, or like there's these women that go to the Sirens games and they wear these hard hats with like sirens, like wee woo sirens on it. Obsessed, like literally obsessed. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out what my thing is. So I will have this year. I have like a little bit of time to think about it, but I got to start making things. So if you have any thoughts on like what I should be making, and I might make more than one thing, but I also want like to have my thing that people are like, oh, there's the girl that wears that thing. I don't know if that's gonna be, but it's gotta be something that sticks out a little bit. So I don't know. That's like what I'm trying to work on, what I'm trying to do right now with all of the free time I have, right? I saw this funny thing. It's like, you sure are scrolling a lot for someone that needs to finish their book, which I'm like, yeah, I do. I've been working on it though. I had a goal of finishing the 3rd draft, which is what I'm on right now, by my birthday. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I feel like I'm in a really good place with it, so I'm excited. Another thing I really love right now, I've been into this for a while now, but I really love prefix meals. I think it's because it's like one of the only times in my life that I don't have to think. Like, the food just comes. I don't even, as long as it's vegan, I'm like, just bring it to me, and I just want to try it, and tell me the story about the meal, and tell me where the produce came from, and tell me about the woman that got black currants to be legally planted in New York in 2019, because prior to that it was illegal to plant black currants in the state of New York because they can be invasive to other things, but then they found a way to make it not invasive to other plants. Tell me that story. And I am fucking sucked into it. Like, I love it. I love it. So I love stories behind food. I love people that are passionate about things that they grow, wines, anything. I mean, it's part of the reason I really love wine too, is like the stories behind it. But I love going to a prefix meal where there's like so much passion behind the courses and they're seasonal. And I like to not have to fucking think for once. So I love a prefix meal. Those are my two loves. Bedazzling, prefix. I love people that are passionate about things. And I love people that are passionate about like very niche things too. Yeah, I'm having an Italian summer because I'm having a European summer. I'm having an Italian summer because I'm really using my hands to gesture a lot. And I'm having these amazing tomatoes I got at the farmer's market tonight. This is the first summer in 3 years I haven't been to Italy. But I'm still saying I'm having an Italian summer. I've been eating a lot of pizza, honestly. All right, here's what's sending me into a spiral. And this is kind of a long one, doozy. And I think it ties into overconsumption, and it ties into that like no influencers allowed thing, and making and like people like white feminism and only caring about certain types of women and not women that are low wage factory workers, etc., etc., etc. Anyway, here's what's sending me a spiral, and I'm gonna read what I wrote. People that just start Instagram accounts to make money, like, I get it, but I'm also sick of being sold shit. Like, come on. I am so tired of going online and being sold shit. Like, for once in my life, you know, can I, somewhere in this world, please not be sold something. I want to go somewhere and not be sold something. And I don't mean like someone's show or someone's art piece. Like, sell me on that. Like, tell me about your show. Tell me about the piece of art you made without AI. Tell me about that. But I mean, like, following someone on Instagram for a while and kind of liking their content, and then they try and sell you Claude to make a fucking to-do list when you can literally just make a to-do list yourself. You do not need AI to help you. Or someone just trying to sell you a perfume and you think you're consuming something that's funny or whatever, and it's like, oh no, this is an ad. I have just been served an ad, and my brain now thinks I need this thing. My brain now thinks I need to use ChatGPT to tell me what to wear or to organize my closet or some shit. No, I can't stand it. And it's like these clickbaity things where people are just trying to make money. And I think like these AI companies must be paying people like for this shit, because I just see it so often now where people are disguising it. And then they're like, I'm so busy and I don't know how to make a to-do list, so I use Claude to help me make a to-do list. I'm like, oh my God, are we losing all thought and reason? Are we losing like are we losing our ability to be critical, to be thinkers, to be the daughters of fucking philosophers, Derrida, Foucault, all these pieces of shit dudes? But come on, let's think for a minute. It's literally all power dynamics, and I don't want to be sold shit. It's power dynamics, it's capitalism. I could talk about it for hours and 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 hours, and you're probably tuning out right now because you're so sick of me here talking about it. My microphone's falling. Help. Okay. All right, hold on. I gotta adjust this thing. All right, there we go. Whoop. All right. Anyway, I got so passionate that my microphone literally fell. So Tracy, what's going on? I'm on all these hormones. Hello. I'm sweating my ass off. It's 93 degrees and I am recording in our little bedroom office space, and I have to have the air conditioning turned off or it'll be so loud in the background, but it's also 93 degrees out. This is how dedicated I am to the podcast, y'all. I am sweating my ass off. And if there's one thing I hate worse than AI, it's being sweaty. And honestly, I think the two are tied together, but I hate being sweaty. All right, I got 2 emails. This one is from a listener, and they just sent me a love. They sent me the love that they love. Are you ready for this? They love big men with tiny bangs. No, they love big men with tiny bags. Hold on. I'm trying to fix this damn microphone. They love big men with tiny bags. I like that too. It kind of goes with my like bedazzled purse thing that I want to do. Like I want to make a bedazzled purse, and I would love a big man to carry that around. I would love a big man to carry me around. No. I would love a big man to carry me around. I love a big woman to carry me around. I would love a big man with a little purse, a little bag to carry me around in the little purse. But I'm not that little, so no, I'm definitely not that little, so that wouldn't happen. But I like that too. I think it's cute. I like the little dichotomy of it. I also love a little purse, but I realized like yesterday I went out and I brought a little purse to dinner and I was like, I need my water bottle. Like, I don't know what I was doing pre like carrying a water bottle around everywhere, but like, so like, I don't know what I was doing pre being like 25 years old. Because I think after that I started carrying one, because I need a sip of water every 20 minutes. I need a sip of water literally the second I step out of the house. I need a sip of water. My throat was like on fire because I hadn't had a sip of water for 45 minutes the other day because I decided to carry a little purse around. But I respect the game. Truly, I respect it. All right, here's another listener sent this in, and I am going to read it from my computer. So if you see me looking to the right, if you're watching the video, that's what I'm doing. So, okay. Men in midlife crises who lack emotional maturity and can't look in the mirror and face their own fucking problems, so they escape to a false reality, imploding their life and everyone else around them. Woo! That is a spiral. That is a spiral. Obviously this entire episode has been a spiral, but that is definitely a spiral. I would say men in midlife crises, I don't think there's like an age for it. Like, I would argue that like Trump is still in that like thing where he's just can't look in a mirror and face the fucking problems. Like, all the men that follow Trump around are kind of in that same boat. Like, they escape to a false reality, right? Like, I think people are just longing for that. That's why people are also drawn to fascism too. Like, they're just looking for something to escape reality, right? And they're also racist and sexist and shitty. So that sucks, honestly. I totally get it. I think men like make their midlife crises other people's problems, whereas women don't really do that. And like, it's like it does, like just take a fucking pottery class. Like, why are you blowing your life and everybody else's life up? Like, go take a pottery class. Do not start a podcast. That will blow up other people's lives. White men in midlife crises, do not start a podcast. White women in midlife, no, I'm just kidding. We don't even need more white women to have podcasts. Other people, if you would like to, sure. Don't need more white men starting podcasts though. But maybe take an art class, maybe get into photography, maybe get into bedazzling. Honestly, bedazzling jerseys, that could be a very cool thing you could get into instead of blowing up your lives and other people's. Imploding, blowing up, I mean, similar, right? But yeah, I'm sorry, listener, that you're going through that. That sounds shit. And I love you, both of you listeners that sent me those in. I really appreciate you sending those in. I always love when I get an email with a love or a spiral. And just a reminder that you can send yours in to mildlyspiralingpod@gmail.com. I always appreciate it, and I'll talk about it in the air, give advice. Also, I don't know, because people ask me IVF questions. You can email it to me too, and I can read it on the air. Like, someone actually messaged me, said, oh, my AMH is 0.06, like, similar to mine. She was like, I didn't get any eggs. Like, what, did you change your diet or anything? And I was like, not really. I tried to eat a little more low inflammation, but I really didn't change my diet very much. So people can message me that, and I can also read them out loud. Yeah, so that's my episode this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Love you. Thanks for listening. All right, bye. That's my podcast.
If you enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing. I'm wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, etc., etc. I'm on all of them. You can subscribe and like the episodes on YouTube, Mildly Spiraling Podcast. I always really appreciate a rating on Spotify or Apple. It helps me so much. I promise I won't even see who it is that's rated me. I'm also on Instagram at Mildly Spiraling Pod. I'm on TikTok at Mildly Spiraling Pod. Come and join me. And you can be featured on the podcast. Email me at mildlyspiralingpod@gmail.com. Email me your loves. Email me your spirals, and I will read them on the email. Just let me know if you want to be anonymous in the email. Otherwise, I'll say your name. But all right. Thank you so much for listening. Love you. Bye.